What's going on? It's Monkey 5950 here. And just wanted to ask, today's 9/11. Where was you during 9/11? Do you remember? Some of you are probably too young to remember it. Some of you probably remember where you was. Me, tell you a little story real quick. I was, got a state park here in West Virginia called Pipestem State Park. And I delivered for a vending machine company. We delivered drinks and we filled up the snack machines and stuff, and that was years ago. Of course, when 9/11 happened. And we had a radio show here on Star 95. It was Steve and DC. There was a morning radio show, and they usually went off about 10 o'clock. But I remember that morning, I was filling up snacks in the main lodge at Pipestem State Park, and the lady was like, "Did you hear planes and stuff hitting the building and stuff and up in New York?" And I was like, "No." And she was just giving me bits and pieces, and they were listening to it or watching in another room or something. I said, "No, I haven't heard anything about it." And went back out and cut the radio on, see if I could hear anything. And then Stephen DC, they were still on there, and they was talking about it, and they were talking about it. And, you could hear different things going on. I was like, what is this? So, didn't really get to know a whole lot about it. I just heard bits and pieces. It could be terrorists or we were attacked. You kept hearing that on radio, and didn't really know what was going on until you get home and you can actually see, they started showing the footage on the news, and it was all over the news, and it's like, man, I remember it just took your breath away. It's like, man, what's going on, It was a scary time because you didn't know what else was going to go down. So, but that's where I was on 9/11. That's my story. That's where I was. I was out in the field working and up in the lodge, and that was the first I ever heard about it. Some lady was there working. I don't know her name, little redheaded lady, and she was telling me bits and pieces, and I listened to Steve and DC on the radio. Of course, I think they broke up years later. I think the guy's name was Steve Shannon, and they used to be on Star 95 here, and I think he went down closer to Alabama to his home or something. And DC, I don't even know if he still got a radio station either one. I'm sure they're still probably in radio. DC, I think his name was something Chimes, I think was his last name. But anyway, that's where I was on 9/11. Tell me in comment, do you remember where you was, or when you first saw the footage, or first heard about it? Leave me a comment below. Thank you, everybody. Have a blessed day, and please remember all of those who were lost in 9/11, and please remember and pray for those families who lost loved ones and kids that have grown up now and their parent was killed, and all the people, the first responders, who fought in that, and man, and just dug through that rubble, and a lot of them got killed. It's just awful. Just pray for all of them, and everybody have a blessed day.